This is Chapter 2, Part 3 of Rules of Engagement, and today I'm discussing autonomy research in early boundary setting. Specifically, that self-direction and independence drive motivation and personal growth. Establishing boundaries of autonomy early reinforces your declaration that you're not there to be molded into her little plaything for her mommy, daddy, and office mates to approve. You are not her puppet. Way back in 1985, Edward L. Deasy from the University of Southeastern Norway, along with Richard Ryan at the Australian Catholic University in Sydney, explained autonomy as the ability to act in alignment with your values without coercion. And that's what real masculinity looks like in relationships, not reacting or adapting to her need for social validation, but leading yourself with clarity. When you make your standards about your own personal autonomy known soon after meeting a woman, you're showing self-governance, which signals that you're not looking to merge identities, but to build a bond between two solid ones. A dangerous trap that a lot of men fall into early in relationships is believing that fully maintaining their identity is not possible. So they compromise their own time and their interests. They agree to 90% of her plans. And before long, they're reshaping their own values to match hers to avoid tension or to get into her pants. I'm here to tell you that that is not compatibility. It is unabashed self-abandonment. Deasy and Ryan's work in autonomy research made it clear that increased psychological well-being comes from self-directed expression, not becoming her twinsy. That means that your boundaries, especially regarding time and interests, protect your self-governance and emotional sovereignty. Imagine trying to build a relationship by nodding your head like a bobblehead on meth every time she opens her mouth. That's neither autonomy nor connection. It's codependency in a clown suit. By taking lessons from autonomy research, you can avoid becoming her emotional lapdog. In this area of research, Professor of Psychology C. Raymond Nee and several others in 2002 also reported that couples who support each other's self-sufficiency often experience better growth, more intimacy, and increased commitment. And that's exactly how you want to begin a relationship. And that's because, regardless of what she insists, independence is not a threat to a romantic relationship. It's a foundation. When expressing your value for your personal space, your time, and your independence, you create room for a relationship that increases intimacy and commitment without draining you 2 months in. You don't get pulled into emotional chaos, absorb her anxiety, or pick up her hobby to have more time together. Instead, you show her what emotional maturity looks like. The ability to stay grounded in yourself while still staying connected. And early boundaries about maintaining your autonomy are what make that possible. Deasy and Ryan reported that intrinsic motivation behavior, aligned with internal values, produces the deepest satisfaction. And Nee's research is in line with this, indicating that relationships thrive when both partners act from self-defined identity, not from emotional or value dependency. So go into each new meeting knowing that every relationship moment is a pressure test to hold on to your individuality and to stop acting like a yes man just to keep the pussy on tap. If you give up your sleep schedule, your social life, your work rhythm, or your emotional peace just to stay in her good graces, you'll be resented, not respected. That kind of emotional mirroring might win her over fast, but it will not last. And high-value women will not want to turn you into something you're not. However, low-class women will, and the outcome will not be pretty. It'll be about who you pretended to be. Always remember that autonomy doesn't mean isolation. It means maintaining your identity even long after the relationship begins. You can be deeply connected and still walk your own path. That's what high-quality women are drawn to, not men who say yes to everything, but to those who say it only when it aligns with who he is. When you live and speak that way, especially early on, attraction becomes a conscious choice rather than a survival need. Know your autonomy is not selfish. It's evidence that you're not afraid to walk alone if it means staying true to yourself. And the woman who sees that won't try to change you. She'll rise to meet you. If you want direct help with your boundaries, mindset, or leadership, I'm available at rowpress.com. And keep moving through the rules with one of these playlists.